Yo, my name is Gary, and we're going to. Well, first of all, welcome to my stream. And today we're going to do some low energy Zeepkist streaming. Low energy because I am kind of low energy myself. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty low energy. Um, I'm still trying to figure out uh, how to do this with a webcam and such. So that's going to be a bit of puzzling, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Eh, so let's do this, and let's do this. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up a projector screen. Uh, a projector on my main window, and this way I can see the chat and see Zeepkist while having Zeepkist running at this screen. Um, so that I don't have to look at this screen while I'm working on a Zeepkist level. So let's go to the game screen. Let's see if everything works well. Yeah, it does. Um, let's start up Zeepkist, and so now I can see Zeepkist on that screen while running Zeepkist on this screen. I can move this screen there, but it's going to be a hassle with moving chat around and chat actually interfering with uh, the level editing process. So it's also going to be a hassle to switch from. That's okay. So I can work with this. It's going to be getting used to because the window is a bit smaller than Zex on this window. The main advantage of this is well I'll keep I have my eyes here, um, and it's pretty synchronous with each other, so there's no at least no apparent lag. So let's go run this. So this is the August layout for MMM, if I'm correct. Yeah, I'm correct because first of all, the exit is horizontal instead of like regular vertical, and one of the exits is behind start. Oh, not one of the checkpoints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make a regular track. Um, but I do want to make it a bit more interesting than a regular track. I don't want to make a floating track, first of all. Um, so let's see how we can make it a bit interesting. So I can what I can do is make it so that it gets a boost start. Let's okay, maybe that's going to be a good idea to start with a boosted start. So what I'm going to do is going to place in this one, going to rotate it at a 45 degrees angle, and going to place this one here. It's not exactly at the place I want it to be. So I believe width was this when I can be wrong. Yeah, it's exactly one. Um, what next? What I can do is um, I can leave it like this, a bit floating, but I do want to have it a bit. I want to make it look a bit more realistic. So I am going to return to in this. I'm going to place this here without support, without barriers. Can't keep it like this. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like this. Uh, so, okay, so now it's going downhill. So okay, the thing is I can paint everything. I can even paint the start. But that's the only thing I can change about the start. So I can't put barriers on the start. At least not like this. If I wanted to add barriers, I just have to place another one of these, add the barriers, and remove the road keys. And that way I can have barriers there. But we're not going to use them. Why not? Because I am going to do some other things where the barrier isn't practical. So first let's paint it like this. And I also can't hide the road piece, I believe. Yeah. So painting is allowed. Hiding things, changing anything else about the start isn't allowed. Same goes with this. I can't add the road piece back here. Not that I want to, but it's just not allowed. So what's going to be happening next? So what I can do is I'm going to see if this is going to be smooth. I don't think it's going to be smooth. Yeah, it's not going to be smooth, which isn't a problem. So what we can do now is gonna leave this here. Gonna go with this piece. So I need to get this perspective right. So let's go down. No barrier here. So I'm going to paint it later because right now it's mostly creating the layout. So let's see what does this bring. Okay, so it gives us a bit of a high speed something. So what can I do next? I can keep going like this and place this piece right here. Um, Now let's try this. I think we're going to bump into this. Yep. So, okay, let's remove this. Maybe we don't want that to happen. Let's see. In this case, I'm better off with using a grass block. Why? Because it will save us quite a few blocks. Not that we will run out of blocks actually, but it's more of an optimization something. So um, let's see. Okay, the main problem with this is that we are going to land into a straight piece, but that's okay. So we have some leeway. Let's see. We're going to use this piece. You can just remove this one because this one is already. Let's see. And we're closer than before. So let's see. So wait. Yeah. Um, let's use this one. So it might be it might be that I will add back these sport pieces. In fact, I do think I'm going to re-add these sport pieces here as well, and here. So this part is going to be an issue because we can't actually add support pieces there, so we need to do this and remove both these. So next, we've jumped over this part, so let's see if we can actually land there. We don't arms up. If we don't correct our course, we will land, but it's not going to be perfect. It's not. We're going to crash. So once we do that, let's hold down. Yes, the Unity bounce. That's not. It's not okay. Um, how do we do this? Um, how do we minimize the Unity bounce if we move this? And this one closer, and this one closer as well. So let's see. We move here. Uh, let's see if we jump now, and we are going to correct our angle. Yeah. So and that's a bit of an issue. Escape settings. What I need to do as well, and I need a calculator for that. Um, no, that's not a calculator. I need a browser for this. And actually, I can't use the Chrome browser. Well, let's see. How do we do this? We're doing I doing that two, and I believe it's 2.1 divided by pi by 180. 1, 2, and I have the correct angle. 4, 5. Let's copy this one. Let's go back to the game. Mods. And go back to the angles. So the angles are here. Let's do this and add this one. Next, for the default R index, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apply. Continue. Let's go back. Yeah, this is the correct angle. Let's add a block. Maybe you. Okay, no, this is the best fan block there is. Let's rotate it. So the reason I added this value is because it corresponds with this angle. So let's move this up a bit. And let's move this to this corner. So, okay, first I need to scale it up a bit. Yeah. Let's try it out. So, straighten it out. Yeah. So this will soften the fall, which is exactly what we want. Okay, let's go back to straight piece, and now we wanna go in an into a corner without the barriers, but um, we are going to add a wall, but not this wall because this one's not big enough. We need the biggest from this one. Scale it up. Okay. No, not with this. Let's go with 4 and then change it to 5. Okay, so that's like that. So why did we add it? Because we're going at a speed that doesn't allow us to go to get over this. Well, we're going at a speed that doesn't allow us to go in that corner without flying off. So we need this piece. Yeah. And we are going to America. No, we're not going to America. We're going to Brazil. No, we're not going to Brazil. We're we're going to this checkpoint. So how do we get to this checkpoint? We are going to do a short hop with a, let's see what happens if we do this jump. Hop. So we're now straight out. Let's take this corner. And once we are out of this, okay, that's not going to happen anytime soonish. So what we need to do is we need to add a piece here. It's not ideal, but something. Um, Next, we are going to overlap it a bit. 5, not 15, 5. Let's also do it on the other side as well. Except we're going to give it a double width. Oh, we need to here. Yeah. So what we're going to do next is we're going to add grass blocks on top. Now that's not now. What's important is we can get through this part. Let's jump over it. Maybe I have a better idea. So we know this is quite the angle we can get. Um, so this is quite an angle. So what we want to do now is you want to first make sure that you can actually like this. No barriers. So let's see what's going to happen with this part. So I do have an idea to make it a bit more of a choice thing. Um, let's increase this to 3. And yeah, this is good. Um, what are we going to do? If you land on this, we want you to... Okay, so if you land on this, you get unity bounced. Or there is a high chance you get unity bounced, so that's okay, I guess. Or what I can do is I can make it a bit less steep, but I still want to align this with the first checkpoint. So no, maybe I need to lower it a bit and then move it back a bit. And next we're going to remove these barriers. Let's use a grass block here. Okay. I did end up just okay. So what I do need to do is paint this in tarmac color so that we can actually more accurately test the driving, the handling on that part. Next, we're going to need a... Is this okay? This is okay. Okay-ish. We have that. We need to add in this part. Big. Let's make this 3 up and add this with a 4 or 3. Okay. 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 And this is exactly what I want, except not. Maybe I should go with the bigger one. So the bigger one is a bit wider, which is actually what we need. Um, so Let's see how it looks right now. Let's see if we're going that way. We're going to go this way. Then we are going to land here. Oh, we're overshooting it. And that's not okay. Ah, Christ. Oh, no. Well, this is also good. Why? Because we can use that wall to wall ride. Wall riding gives us a more consistent outright. Maybe I should. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think I should do something about that. We're going to do that by using this, rotating it, and actually also rotating it by this. So if we're going to use this, okay. So why do we do this? Okay, let's first remove the terrain cover, and let's go here, add the terrain cover again, and we are moving it up wrong. So what we need to do is make sure it covers. Does it cover the entire wall? Yes. Okay, this is the best we are going to have. Okay, we need to do a -10. So the range needs to be just about this. I don't know if this is good enough. Quite honestly, I don't think it's quite enough. But we'll see. Let's. Okay. Control D. Let's use 0. Right now we have overlapping parts. That's okay. Let's see if the overlapping parts are enough. Why do I wanna do this? I don't want. If you want a regular jump, then it should be possible. So it's not quite enough. So what we need to do is we need to move them all, both of them, by 1. 1 is only a fraction of, yeah. And let's hope this is enough to keep the Zeepkist on that wall piece. Yeah. Actually, what I might do is just remove these parts and use 4 maybe for this one, and 4. Well, and let's move them down a bit. Okay, so it's going to be a challenge from here to make it smooth enough. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. Let's go to 20. We're going to make it go straight down. I don't know how far down I needed to go, but yeah, I think this is quite down enough. Let's do the same here, except instead of maybe 15. Oh, wait. 15, 17, 16. Let's move one down. Yes. Okay. We have that now. So for this part, we don't need that to do that quite yet. So now that we have that, what I also want to do is make it clear that you need to be above this line. So how do we do that? We're going to re-add this curved piece. So outside barrier and no road piece. And we need to make it like this. Let's see how well this goes. Yeah. Let's go up. Only up. And so, yeah, this is going to be it. So it forces you to climb up this wall. Next, we need to make sure you can land there. Let's add so how do we make it so wait, it is going to be harder than I thought. So let's make this medium. Oh, wait, maybe I can make it a bit more interesting. Let's rotate this. I'm going to look this way for a moment because it's going to be rotate this in. So right now I'm actually able to close this thing up entirely. Let's duplicate it, move it up, rotate it down, and let's make it like this. Or maybe I can use this actually. Um, so yeah, this one is a bit more cool looking. So this also kind of acts like a anti-cheese. Mm, wait, I can actually use this. So this is going to be temporary, but temporary, yeah. But it allows me to see how well it will go. So let's do 5 or 3 for now. No, 1, 3. No, and this one has to be 3. This also has to be 3, and this has to be 3. Let's move all these pieces to the right. Um, yeah, yeah, this is going to be great. So let's test it out. So right now we can't cheese this part. Uh, I press shift. And that wasn't the plan, but that's okay. We can still do it just fine. No stress. No stress. Okay, so yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks good. All I need to do is what I do want to do is I want to replace this one with this part for no particular reason actually. It's mostly because so let's do this. And let's add this one. So again, I might change the colors later, but this is mostly to know which parts need to be colored the same color. Let's move this one here. Next, what I want to do is I want to add um, this one. Okay, wait. Um, so how do we do this? Okay, I think I know. Um, first snap it to grid, rotate it like this. This big will be yeah. So now we're having this part. So let's see, maybe if we use this one and this, yeah, okay, and this is going to be a small issue. Okay, maybe not entirely medium. So what I'm going to do is um so use this, and then we are going to use this. Let's rotate it and move it up a bit. How are we going to do this? Hmm. This is going to be a bit of a thing here. See, let's 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 just try. Let's try this. Um, need to add a wall here. I need to make this a bit less wide, so 0.8. And this is going to be 3 and was this. So let's also use this color for this part. So now we have this part. So it's kind of a bit of an anti-cheese part. Oh, wait. Maybe I use this. Let's rotate it. Let's move this one a bit lower. Yes, so I'm right now I'm playing Zeepkist. It's going great, I think. Okay, if we go this route, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so yeah, this is how we're going to do it. A tube where you have to jump through. Let's straighten out. Yeah, this is going to quit. This this one is a bit useless. Hmm. So now I need to fill this part up and a part at the top. So let's go with medium, and then 0.5 height, raise it up, raise it down a bit, raise it up again, and again at the top. Let's do this maybe? No, we're going with this one with a 12 to move this here, medium. Let's see, 3. Yeah, let's not duplicate. Let's go with 1. And yeah, this is great. So right now you can't cheese it in any way. You need to go down here, up there, wall ride it out until you arrive here. Okay. One thing I do need to check is, so this is the side curved. Okay, so yeah, this is good. I need to find the outer curve. And I think this is the outer curve. So yeah, I'm today is a bit of a lower energy day because my sleeping schedule has finally caught up on me. Um, so I hmm, hmm, not an issue. I think if I just rotate this here and then go with medium. So I decided to take a small sleeping break because I was really getting exhausted. Um, right, and I ended up oversleeping a little bit. Um, it was supposed to be a short nap. Um, Ended up being a longer nap than anticipated, and that's how I ended up streaming quite later than usual. Um, though on the other hand, it might also be a good thing as Ronan is at the moment also streaming. So, is this actually a good idea? My senses say no, it is not a good idea. Um, it might be a good idea, but I don't know. Let's just do it. I need to, first of all, I need to return these three back to their original size. Maybe. Or, wait, yeah. Well, maybe not their complete original size. I kind of do need to them to be a bit wider. Let's move here. Let's go back to using this. Okay, let's also save it as MMM08A. Um, oh no. Yeah. Move it back there. Need to move it here. Um, yeah, this is good. I think. Yeah, let's go with this and height 2. Move up a bit. So what I want to do now is I want to see how can I go from here back to this part, because here is a checkpoint. We need to find a way to get to this checkpoint with no um, issues. Let's check out how we are faring right now. So we do have a bit of sea fighting. Let's straighten out. So we're going to need to go down, I think. Yeah, yeah. I think I know how to do this. So so let's use this piece and flip it over, use this piece to go down. Yeah, and this is how we go down. Support stays on. It's here. Move these back. And then for the top part, when we use this one, we need this part. Let's rotate it. One more. Move it up. Move it right there. No barriers. We need to paint them the proper color. So now we're going down to get some speed, but we're not there yet. So let's first make the outer shell, or the no, not the outer shell. We're going to first go with this part, and then let's go back here. So like this, and let's copy this over and rotate it. Move it here. Move it up. Move it a little bit here. So now we have this. So I think I just need to so this Control D, flip it over, and let's go with this. So now we're down here. We need to do a complete turn. What we're going to do is we're going to copy these pieces over. Control D. Let's move it down. Is it perfectly aligned? So if we do this and we're going up. No, it's not perfect. No, 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 no. Inner here. So you need this part, Control D. So how big is this part? I think it's a quarter. Quarter is 2, so 0.5 in this case. 0.5, 0.25, and row P is also 0.25. So first of all, we need to move these two pieces exactly here. Then move these pieces right here. So now it's a closed loop. So next, what we're going to do is do something like first of all, we need to do this. We're copying this, placing it right here. So next, okay, next is going to look a bit, let's say weird. Okay, let's use this one. Is it? Okay, it's not aligned to that. So let's do this. Remove these barriers. Next, we're going to mesh it up. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger, maybe. Only this big. So let's add the mesh. And we're going with Chrome Mesh. And for this part, I do want this. So why I'm going to explain later. First, I want to preemptively paint this so that it will kind of look like how I want to have later on. Let's go here. So the thing is, I want to go completely up, only up. So how do we do this? Let's take a look. Um, let's see. Yeah, this is it. Um, then we need to add this behind it. Add something like this below it. And we are going to add this. What this does is it allows us to push our cards up. This is why I also added mesh, so that that it gives us a realistic well, it just looks more realistic if we have a mesh below it. Range is going to be up until this point. Let's do this part next. No. Okay, no. Let's use this. We need not this one. We need to do a side. And the only option is this. Okay. No, not this one. Let's rotate it. Move it up. Only up. Let's flip it over. Crap. Flip again. Let's move it down and left. Okay. This is going to be interesting. So let's do. Should I do this one or was it an inside or an outside wall? Let's do this. Move it down. Yeah, it was the other one. Let's move this here. Let's do this. Let's rotate it. Medium. Move it down one more. Let's copy it over to the other side. Yeah. So let's move this. Yes, and use a smaller one. Maybe I can make it. I can use this one for that. Oh, no, no. Let's use a road piece because then I can probably. Oh, no, no, I can't. Bummer. Okay, but that's not going to be a problem. So let's move this one and add a grass tile here. Okay, let's move down. Next to this one. Do this one, move it there, move it down a bit, maybe not exactly here. No, wait. Okay. This one, and this one. Medium. Move it. Move it up a bit. Big. It was big. Big, big, big. Bigger on the inside. Here. Have this wall right there. Okay. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's going to flip into the other. So once we're here, yeah. This is good. This is okay. So now that we have added this mesh part, it's going to be a bit easier for us. So don't worry about the Z biting. That's going to be addressed later on. So let's first okay, let's see if we do one, let's move it up. But at this point, we need the car to stick to this wall, and this needs to be not this. It needs to be like this, and I need it to yeah. So let's see if this is going to work out. So most of it is going to be hidden. So let's see. Oh, you need to keep wall riding this up. And we're going down. It's going to do a small. Oh, crap. Okay. So what I need to do now is make sure you stick to floor, at least for the beginning part. So need to make this two, then for minus this, rotate it a bit. Actually, I need to rotate it 45 degrees. Move it like this. Okay. Move it here. Move it back. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if this doesn't. Hey, ADG. I'm uh, I'm working on a Zeepkist track for the MMM mapping contest. It's a monthly mapping contest. There's no real stake. There's no prize pool or whatever, but just for fun. It's for the honor. Oh crap. Yeah. The deadline originally the deadline is 2 weeks after the event commences, which is essentially 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks from now, I believe. Um, but it has been extended to the end of the month because Mao, who organizes the event, um, can't make it within that time. Um, or well, yeah, they have other obligations, so yeah, they can't. Uh, they can't or actually do the mapping review stream. So yeah, the deadline has been moved to the end of the month, I believe. I can check again. It's on his or not his, on their Discord channel. Okay, let's. It's so today has been pretty warm, and with warm I mean yeah, it's been too hot. It's not fun. Uh, as in it's not fun streaming with this on. But I also don't want to stream in just t-shirts, so yeah, that's also a thing. Um, okay, let me check when the deadline is of MMM. Um, not Maki, it's Bastion Mao. The deadline for the August one is until August 29th. So yeah, track can be decorated. No additional checkpoints or finishes start. Yeah. So yeah, it's been really hard. That's why I actually went to the office instead of working from home. Um, yeah, it's been too hot. Okay, how do I do this transition? It's going to be a harder transition than maybe I could get away with using this one, rotating it like this, two, rotating it, moving it around, So ever since I started streaming, I caught myself actually sometimes talking in English. So yeah, in real life, I mean. So that's a habit I will never get rid of. Okay, it has to be minus. Okay, I'm tempted to just give it a force of -5. Um, maybe. Okay, no. This one needs to be. Yeah, this is it. Okay. And when you work for Balkan, I also had to talk non-stop English at work. Yeah, that's that can be pretty. Uh, um, it can affect your work quite a lot, or most of the time actually is your daily life. But yeah, okay. No, I need to go 4. Same goes here. Um, if I go this, so what do I want to achieve with this? What I want to do is um, need to duplicate it, and then I'm going to scale it 0.414, I guess. Rotate it like this, and so yeah. Um, let's do this. Let's move it here. Snap to grid. Move it down here. So yeah, this is about right, I think. So this kind of ensures that we will automatically make this hump without too much struggle. So we first jump through this hoop, which prevents us from cutting, because we want to avoid cutting at any cost. Um, let's go down. Oh crap! Don't take this corner too tightly. That's um, that's going to be a small issue. Let's go down. Let's land this thing. All right. So today I am going to just do the track layout. I might do a deco stream another time, maybe tomorrow. Probably not. It's going to be a different day at least. The deco stream. Right now, I mostly do want to focus on. That's not going to happen. Most. I mostly want to focus on. Um, oh, it pushes away instead of pulling. So yeah, let's see. Let's jump. Let's go up, 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 up. Only up. So the one game I do refuse to ever play is only up. Why? I don't feel it's ethical to actually play that game. It's obviously an asset flip, and we okay. So the game had been removed from Steam uh, due to it having stolen content. Um, Asset flip. An asset flip is basically a game that just takes assets from the asset store, the Unity asset store, and um, basically uh, puts these assets in the game untouched, in the most cheap way possible, often, but doesn't always have to be. Some asset flips look decent, but they're still asset flips because the base. So the assets is more than just models or textures or whatever. It's also it can also be gameplay elements. Um, but Only Up is mostly, or actually primarily an asset flip game. So each and every model you can directly purchase or download for free from the Unity store. Um, but there were also quite a few models that were directly lifted from other games, and yeah, add to that the fact that it also promoted things like crypto and NFT, makes it a bit iffy. But the stolen parts, yeah, that's definitely something that I don't want to support. And actually, also the asset flip part, because asset flipping is just a cheap way to generate money quickly. Um, so basically, no effort has been, or the bare minimum effort has been put into the game itself. Um, Gameplay, you can say it's solid. I don't think so. The main complaint about the game is the fact that um, I can I can demonstrate it with a Zape dude. So let's place this Zape dude um, here. So in normal games, third-person games, you are around here, as center as you can be. So when you move around, it always stays behind him, maybe a bit zoomed in, maybe zoomed out. But you are always standing behind him. If it's at a slight angle, the crosshair points to where you walk. With only up, it's kind of akin to having this. So the Zape dude uh, moves forward, but it moves forward. So in normal FPS third person games, it's more like this. So that this uh, this line basically points to the center of the screen. In only up, it's more like uh, this. So the arrow is basically pointing straight ahead. So your person is walking in this direction, but you're aiming at this direction. And I don't know if it's a lazy oversight or something, but it adds something that makes only up a bit unfair. Add to that mechanics where, or that one section where you, without warning, get sent back to the start, and it makes me not want to play that game. Yeah, to make it more challenging, as in to waste people's time. Actually, at at that point in the game, it's not even fun anymore, and it surprised me that streamers just don't say I give up, because the game is beyond unfair. It's basically so, and I've been ranting about this more, but it's basically akin to the creeper. The creeper is okay. The creeper adds a challenge to the game Minecraft, but it's still an unfair mechanic. In most games, if you die or anything, um, if anything happens to you or the game, it's your fault. That's when the game. That's if the game is fair. Um, However, the creeper is all but fair. Okay, I need to. Um, so why is a creeper not fair? I mean, sure, the creeper only spawns when it's night or when it's dark, um, and it won't engage you until you engage it, or if you are in its neighborhood. The thing with the creeper is when it's daytime, it doesn't despawn like the zombie or the skeleton. Um, so the zombie and skeleton, they technically don't despawn, but they die in sunlight. The Enderman also dies in sunlight. Uh, uh, no, the Enderman also doesn't die in sunlight, and the spider also doesn't die in sunlight. But the spider becomes passive during the day, and the Enderman remains passive as long as you don't look it in the eye. The creeper, on the other hand, um, will always remain hostile. So once it spots you, it will follow you until you kill it, uh, or unless you kill it, it will follow you. Um, yeah, either you kill it or you explode. And if the creeper explodes, it doesn't just kill you. It basically destroys any block around you. Um, so not only does it punishes you by damaging you or potentially killing you, it punishes you by um, destroying something you're building. How is a creeper different from, for example, the wither? The wither also destroys blocks, but the wither can only be spawned by you. It doesn't spawn automatically, unlike the creeper, um, making the creeper pretty much an unfair um, mechanic. Okay, so what monster size you have? Uh, I have a laptop monitor that's, I believe, 15-inch, I think, and I have no idea what my main monitor is. I like to think 17-inch, I think. Um, I don't know how to look it up actually. It's it's bigger than, yeah, 23-inch might also be correct. Um, so yeah. Yeah, I can't check it on the back because my webcam is directly on top of my monitor. So yeah, that's going to be hard. I can try to look. Uh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, oh. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to risk having my webcam fall over. Um, but yeah, it might be 23-inch, um, which is bigger than. No, yeah, it's around that size, I guess. It's a cheap one. It's not an expensive one. Um, when I eventually get a desktop that's for my desk, and it's on top of it, I think. No, it's yeah. When I once I have enough money for a desktop, I might get more monitors. Well, it's a guaranteed. I guarantee I'll get more monitors. Um, but yeah, I might also replace the current monitor, or I might keep it for Oh, you know what? I think I might keep this monitor as well for when I'm streaming on my Switch. That way I can have a three monitor setup plus an extra monitor for my consoles. Um, because um, there is a point 2 second latency or 200 millisecond latency. Um, Ultra wides are nice. Yeah, yeah, there might be some disadvantages, I assume. Yeah. Um, I don't know actually. I do want to have a bigger monitor for my stream setup, not just for streaming, but also for uh, well, I want to do game development, but the main reason I want to have at least three monitors is for music production. Um, Music production is oh yeah, some games don't work well in ultra wide, so yeah, that I can imagine that. Yeah, but yeah, so that does mean if I ever decide on an ultra wide, that I might need to play a game on a regular size monitor, right? Um, like an ultra wide is really good for when you do graphic design or 3D work or maybe game development. And in my case, is really handy for music production. Music production is something I really want to get into as a hobby, and video editing, indeed. But um, yeah, for gaming, might not be as practical, I assume. Yeah, so that's also one of my goals, by the way. I want to do more music production. Oh, by the way, I might just move this a bit. So if I'm correct, yeah, it's cheating on FPS games, yeah, but yeah, um, I still play on the regular monitor. I think it's easier for me on the eye, I guess. Um, plus, plus having the webcam on top of the gaming screen, and I might just always keep my uh, webcam cam on a regular screen. Um, Due to the issues on some games, probably. Um, I don't know what I was heading for. Yeah. So if I ever play FPS games, it'll be on a regular monitor. Um, but yeah. Um, oh, by the way, I have, as you can see, I have a donation goal. I do need to. Wait, how do I press home? Okay, wait. Toggle tooltips. Oh, wait. Oh, select all. Wait, what key was it? Was it I? O? No, not O. P? No, not P. Um, how do I say? Or it was L. It was L. Escape. L. No, it wasn't L. Why? I forgot how to disable the text here. Maybe if I press insert. Um, Escape settings, input bindings, the editor, photo mode, online photo mode, level editor, grab mode. Move grid up, move grid down, stop camera movement, switch tool, reset rotation, snap grid, show hotkeys, insert, move fast, switch pivot mode, toggle tooltips. Mm, Show hotkeys. Which one was it? Move fast. Hmm. Okay, maybe this home button. No. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, it's there is a donation goal. I wanna save up for an Elgato Stream deck. Uh, why? Because it might make it easier for me to switch scenes, do other things. Uh, now, no, insert is showing these keys, but I want to remove this text because it might be annoying to try and see chat while text is behind it. So right now, my mouse is hovering above the under the chat, and you can barely even see the chat. Same goes for the donation goals. Uh, so yeah, but that's not going to be too much of a problem, I think. Um, so what I'm going to do is I have this. Okay, let's check again because I forgot if we needed to do something with this. Uh, so arms up is not the greatest idea, I guess, because it gives you too much airtime. I might also need to add more guides for that. So let's go here. Let's go left. And then you get pushed up. And yeah, so this is good. Um, this, and this. Let's copy this. Don't copy that floppy. Um, so does anyone remember those old? Um, so when you bought when back when you could watch films on on round little discs called DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't know if they still sell them, but uh, back in those days, we had DVDs and CDs, DVDs and Blu-rays. But in the early years, when I think it was most prominent in the VHS era. VHS is those are big brick-like things where you could put your home videos, but also movies. And most of them started with a disclaimer like, uh, "Don't copy this video because it's illegal to do so. It's copyright infringement." Blah blah blah. Um, so the fun thing is when you pirate a movie, most of these pirates just straight up remove those copyright notices and all those things that are annoying. Because even on Blu-ray, there were unskippable parts. Um, so I have quite a few Disney DVDs, and all of these Disney DVDs start with commercials, forced commercials that you can't skip through. Maybe um, after the copyright notice, you can skip them, but you start off with an unskippable part. And thank God for streaming services because man, that was annoying. You had to sit through at least I believe 5 seconds of non-film. And sure, you also had interactive menus, which was cool, and which is something I do miss a bit, just like extra features. Uh, but um, sometimes it was just worth it to straight up pirate films. No offense. I'm glad with the streaming services, those things are a thing of the past. Oh, this is good. This is excellent. Excellent. Yeah, exactly. You own the movie and you paid for it. The same goes for video games um, that forced you to watch through not one, not two, but often three splash screens or um, company advertisements, like a logo that appears, and most of them are unskippable. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Tony Hawk series, but every time we had to restart the game because for some reason at some point the game crashed, we you had to go through another round of uh, the company logo one, company logo two, copyright notice before you can actually get play the game, and that was so annoying. And even now, I don't know, maybe of course you want to advertise your game with your own company name, um, but yeah, I don't know. It made me a bit averse to long company intros, and that's why. So I used to have an idea of a company called Multiverse Works, and that's why and I also always made intros for in case we ever finished the movie, which never was not a movie, a game, which was never the case. But um, I also always made sure that these intros were as short as possible. Um, and even my own YouTube uh, intro, I can show it to you. I think so. Where's okay? I need to temporarily add it to the scene. Media source. Uh, Move this one down a bit. Um, Video. So, okay, browse. Um, and where was it? I believe it was in videos. By the way, I did manage to fix the transition. Um, so the blue is now the blue I wanted to have. Okay, so if I do this and use OK, so this is my intro for every YouTube video, and I want to keep it as short as possible because nobody cares about long YouTube intros. Um, that's also what annoyed me about some. Okay, so let's remove it before I forget. That's yeah, that's what annoyed me about a lot of uh, at least YouTube videos around 2016. You had people who had about 30 seconds of intro for a video that's at most 2 minutes, maybe. Yeah, Tony Hawk sounds like that. Sound like pro skating. Yeah, but yeah, so you had these YouTube videos. They were mostly I think they were mostly videos about certain topics of video games like Nintendo games or whatever. Um, Sometimes even tutorial videos, but um, they had these freaking long intros, like maybe 15 seconds, 10 seconds, but that's still too long for a short video. If you have a longer video, then a 10 second intro maybe is justifiable. The Angry Video Game Nerd has a 30-second intro because it plays like an actual episode. When your video is shorter than 5 minutes, you don't need an intro, let alone a 15-second intro. Yeah, that's my short rant about intros. It kind of pisses me off a bit. Not a lot, but enough that, yeah. But yeah, that's more a me issue, not someone else's issue, I guess. Let's move this here. Uh, what? For okay. For for L oral. So going up here and then going. So how do I want to do this? I guess I just want to close it off. Uh, and I need this one, I believe. Let's do two. Move it here and move it down. Eh, wrong. This one. It was this one. So yeah. Um, what's also upcoming? So next week I'm having, or the upcoming week I'm having more time off because I have taken a vacation. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stream more often. I might even try to catch some sleep. Something I really need to do. So yeah, that's my thing at the moment. I need to catch some sleep. Let's look at this. Yeah, it's completely closed off. So what's going to happen is you need to jump from here to here. And it's going to be easy unless you're not fast enough. So I'm going to check what speed you have to be at least, maybe. No, no. Let's just assume that everyone can make it through. So, so what do we need to do here? I want to close this section off. Let's copy this and let's see if we do this. Is it going to interfere? It doesn't seem to be interfering. It does clip into this part, but that's okay. Or maybe I should move it back anyway. And let's copy this over to this, maybe. Yes. Let's go down. But yeah, it's I do want to take life a bit easier. I don't want to stress out too much. Nobody wants to stress out. Uh, and it's stress isn't worth it most of the time. Yeah, and this is excellent. Would have been excellent if this would have been moved along. Okay, so yeah. Um, here, let's see, big 3. Okay, so yeah. So how do we do this part? So yeah, this is why we generally deco at the end, um, so that it's easier to know where you can still do things. So this is going to be a shorter track. So what I'm going to do here now is this is going to be the exit of that part, and let's see how fast we exit that part. Oh, I do think I need to add more markers for that part, so that it's more clear that we need to go up. Let's move up. Yeah. So I think we do have enough speed. Let's see. How do we do it? Okay, let's if we use this part. Okay, yeah, this is great. Flip, 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 flip. Well, minus, yes. So now it's flip, 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 flop. So yeah. Will we have enough speed for a jump? Is the question. I think not. Um, but we do need a jump. So we have this jump up. We keep arms up. Yeah, yeah. So now we're going down. We're going to right this side a bit. Okay, we're still losing too much speed on that part. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So there is a maximum speed where you straight up die if you um, go over it. So yeah. Let's see if we can make it here. Okay, yeah, too slow. How did I not make that jump? How did I not make that jump? Okay, I think I know why I didn't make that. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to go down here. So from here, there is a speed where You just, yep. Or you just straight up die. I think I do know how to make sure people don't go too fast. If I do this and rotate it like this, okay, maybe even this. And let's see if I can. Okay, wait, if I move it to that corner, I can make it. Yeah, so now I just need to move it here, move it up a bit, move it down just a little bit. Yeah, no. Let's move it like this, and let's do this. Next, we need to move it back down there again. Z. Do the same exact steps. Move it left and up. Maybe down even, so that maybe like this, maybe? Yeah. So that you're going to be guided towards that opening. So if you're too slow, you might not make it, but if you're too fast, you will. I don't want to need, and I don't want to require people to slow down. And I also don't want to use a slow sir. So yeah, let's go up. So yeah. So what I do need to do now is, because you're being pushed downwards there, um, you need to be slowed down as well. And I might even make the force a bit lower. So let's do this. Let's move up. Um, so let's go down here. Oh, okay. No, I do think it's too steep. I think I need to lower it by 10 degrees maybe, so that it's not as dangerous. So let's go up. Ah, yeah. Okay. This is good because then I can test the other thing. Oh crap. Yeah, no, no, no. That's not good. So there is an unintentional speed check there. I need to fix that, maybe. This might be better. Oh, that's not quite as good as I hoped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to copy this one, rotate it a bit. Yeah. So what I do need to do is lower this a bit. So slow down here. Slow down here. Yes. Let's go left directly. But we slow down quite a bit. Yes, this is better. So let's see. Yeah, we're having a short hop. Short hops are good in this case. So short hop. We're going to no wrong one. Delete in this one. Inner barrier, outer barrier, and we're going to use this one. Next, we're going to now. So it might seem short between this checkpoint and this checkpoint, which it definitely is. So what we're going to do now is artificially lengthen it a bit. How do we do that? Maybe if we do this with this. So there is going to be a hump and another hump. Um, Maybe what happens if we do this? Oh, I have something. I do think I do have something now. Okay. So let's do this. Let's rotate it, move it down. Um, have a roll piece here. Let's go here. Let's see if there are other pieces we can use. So the main problem this has is okay, maybe I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I'm just going to make it a short segment, and then I can make that part a flower garden or whatever. Will be. Let's move this one here. Um, so let's go like this, and another one like this. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so maybe I need to use this one instead. And let's use this one, I guess. Yeah. So what I can do now is add a podium here. So what I also need to do is now this one inside terrain and this one outside terrain. Um, Medium, big. I think, yeah, big was great. So how, okay, so the volume is going to be somewhere here, but I wanted to make it centered, so I'm gonna rotate it like this. Maybe not like this, maybe like this. Yeah, like I said, decoing is going to come at a later time. I first need to get a line ready. I think I have something. I set the max speed to 0, and the force needs to be, or wait, maybe 10. Why? Because what I want to do is like so if we do this, big, and that way we can actually have you be pushed by a fan. Let's add this one here as well. Um, no, no, not this one. Um, I do want to use this one. And this one is going to be moved up by a little, so that rests on top of this. So let's do this, and let's give it a big range. Let's check and see what's going to happen here. Yep. And let's go straight. Ah, crap. Let's go here, and let's go straight up. Come on, come on. Yeah. Up. Yeah. There's no going back. Oh, that was rough. No. Yeah. Quit to editor. So I think I do need to give it a slight boost here. So what I want actually is, so let's do this. Scale this down to 0.5, I guess. No, 1, and this one is 0.5. Move it up and move it this way. And this is the booster. The booster has to be about 100. 100 is good enough because with 100 you can make the jump. You can make the jump. Move it down. That's okay. Let's move it back then. Let's try it. I can actually use checkpoints. I just don't use them because of reasons. Let's make one when we're at the top. So oh yeah, that's unfortunate. So we have the speed, but that also means we have to more quickly adjust it to this new speed. Max fall speed 10 maybe, which means we are going to get pushed down quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is move it here. Let's go down. Yeah. Now we won't make it normally. So yeah, now we do make it. Okay, but we're overshooting it a bit. Oh, that's not a problem. So at this point, it's going to be a slow tour, and that's not a good thing. It's too slow. Okay, so first of all, we need to find out if what if we go on a faster speed. I need to make I think I need to make this fan a bit wider. Yeah, a bit better. No, I do need to. I do think I need to adjust it a bit. So what I'm going to do is, oh, 5 degrees and aim it a bit down, a bit more down maybe. We'll see. I wanna know what love is. I want to. Okay, so let's do 5. Boost speed is 150, which is a bit too much, maybe, but let's lower it to 120. I think 120 is a decent speed. Yes. What we want is we want to have some speed here, so that this doesn't feel like a chore. So next, when we hit this part, we want to get pushed in that way. And I think I have a better solution than what I had here. This was, I used a slow stir here, but instead of a slow stir, I might actually, and let's leave this one to small, and again use black ice. Range is 2. So this means that you will be stopped in this direction, but not in this direction. So you will be pushed out here. And I do think I need to make it a bit of a longer runway. So 16 is max of this, but I can increase the range manually. Without you. Yeah. You. So once we get the speed here, let's go here. So, okay. Yeah. This is going to be good. So you have enough time to steer, and then when you exit that place, we're going to go up here. How do we do this one? I want to do something like this. So you are gonna get pushed up, and then you can go this way up. Maybe here. Let's see if this is something that is going to make it happen. We're still going to remove the barriers because we're going to replace them with walls. And I think this one is this. Um, yeah, this one is this then? No. Yeah, it's going to be this one. Like I need to be. Let's do this too. Let's see. Yeah. Go up. Yes. Let's go down here. Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah. Up here. Yeah. I might increase that speed to 150, maybe. Let's now turn around. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to make it up there with um, walls. Let's see. Increase this speed to 150. And let's add a wall there. Let's for now do two. We need to do this one. And big, another big one. And medium, small, I mean. I do think this one big, big needs to be for this part. Two, three. Yeah, let's do three for now. Two. And one. Four. Three. Two. Yeah. Let's okay. Let's see if this is going to be an issue here. I think I need to make it a bit longer. And next use these pieces. Um, yeah, these pieces. No. Oh wait, wait. Maybe I can do it like this. And isn't going to be a problem because what I'm going to do now is um, let's turn it over. Uh, yeah, this one. Move it down. Yeah, this is passable. It's not perfect. It's passable. So what I do need to do is um, yeah, I need to do this. Next, okay, so what it means is that I might not need these walls anymore. Except for the exit. Exit. Okay, so 4, 8. Let's see if this works. I think might need to make this make oh, let's okay. So this is fine. Next, this the corner here needs to be placed here. Like, where's the corner piece? Where's the there is it? There it is. Okay, let's rotate it. Rotate, rotator. So now we have two corners, which is good. Placing this one here, and this might seem like something aesthetic, but um, it's not exactly just aesthetic. I need to do this because I need to limit some things. If I remove, okay, so I need to shorten this part. Um, 5 maybe? No, 0.5 in this direction. So move, let's move it here. Nobody's going to notice anything, I guess. Yeah, let's go back to 1. Yeah, that's okay. What I can do is move this part back down. So why would I do this? Because what I'm going to do now is rotate this again. Scale this to 0.5, move it back. So now we have a round shaft. So it's not perfect. What I need to do is maybe make it 6 to 5, I guess. And then move it 0.8. No. Okay, 0.4 this direction. No. 0.2. Yeah. Okay, this is better. So next we need to use this texture on that so that we know what it will look like. This also on walls. Oh, yeah. What? Maybe not 9. Hmm? And okay, and we need to move it left. Um, so I guess we don't need to roll, but we do need to drill. Next, what I also want to do is, and it's not really necessary, but it does add a bit of character. So let's go do this. So if we look from here, and let's move up. And maybe well, what we can do now is do this um, and have this part go here and rotate it. So this is already a bit of aesthetics. Oh yeah, correct my posture. Thanks. Yeah, I need to. This is also why I might need uh channel points. It's because I don't watch my posture. So yeah, that's also something I need to work on. Um, Wait. So okay, this is a flat sheet. So I need to add something flat here. Um, a wall. If I add a wall here, make it too high. Um, so let's scale it in this direction and use this. So yeah, I think this is correct. 2, maybe 1. Yeah. So next, we're going to use my favorite texture, and that's this. Ah, come on, I can't. Can I? it's not this. It is okay. So yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's mesh again, but it's this time it's not going to be constant mesh. So let's see how it is right now. So once we're here, we're going to go down here from here. I still need to. Okay, that's something I need to remember. I need to fix that as well. So we're going up, and that is also a part I need to fix. But that's good. So oh yeah. So eventually that it's going to be a wall, so you won't see any Z clipping or whatever. And there's going to be it'll be a wall there so that you can wall right there. Next, we're getting stopped by yeah, exactly what I wanted. Okay, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That uh, speed would be too high at that point. Um, so this means one of two things. Either I'll slow down the the turn. So I'll need to slow this down. Uh, I can also decrease the range, but I'd rather just slow it down a bit. And by a bit, I mean quite a bit. By quite a bit, I mean a bit. First, something non-aesthetic that needs to be changed is um, this one, because um, I need to widen it up like two, so that when you're here and or you're here, you can still get pulled down. Similarly, so um, in this case, I do want to keep it like this, so you're getting pushed up from here, and only when you're on this section. But um, once you're actually up there, um, 2, 3, 3, and 3, and let's also make this a 3. So maybe 2 was enough, but okay, let's go with 2 in case, just in case. 2. Same goes for this one. If we need to widen it up, and this one also needs to be widened up. Yeah, thanks. I wanted to make this a bit more challenging than my other tracks. So let's. Okay, I want to start from the beginning because so if we start from here, this can be AFK partially, but you need to straighten yourself out. So once you land, you wall ride, and there's still going to be more indicators that you need to go up. And from here, you straighten out again. Then you can go. Then you have to go down. Um, and I wanted to make sure that people who go full speed, no brakes, they will be able to do that. Which is why sometimes the car makes some weird trajectories, but yeah, that's all to make it possible for non-breakers to actually finish this track. Oh crap! Yeah, there's going to be a wall there. Um, let's just add that wall. I need this wall. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling well today at work. Um, yeah, F breaks. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling all too well at work. There were multiple reasons. Uh, Mainly sleep deprivation. Actually, it was just sleep deprivation, but yes, sleep deprivation. I just felt nauseous, tired. Uh, um, I had fever-like syndromes without actually having a fever. Um, uh, and that's all because of my lack of sleep, which is totally my own fault. So let that be a lesson. Always get some rest. Sleep deprivation isn't a joke. Um, but yeah, that's something that's no one else's fault but me. Uh, why doesn't it align? Yeah. Where are the Barbies? There won't be any Barbies. I've temporarily retired them and maybe even permanently. Um, oh crap. So and that's the thing I want to do with these tracks. I want it to be more about the track itself rather than the deco. So yeah, that's also why I decided not to use any of the Barbie heads or whatever. So I believe it was this one. No, it wasn't this one. It was this one. What? This one and four. Um, because they were a bit overplayed. Actually, it's to make a long story short. It became increasingly harder to implement them with while still giving the while still keeping the element of surprise. And at some point, people actually expected them to appear. Yeah, um, and yeah, at that point, the joke's actually over, and uh, yeah, I wanted to move on to some other things. In this case, mostly serious tracks. Yeah, I can understand that. The tubular tracks were, uh, to be honest, I think the tubular tracks are different in that they are also still pretty good, in my opinion. They are infuriating, but they aren't bad tracks per se. I think. Then again, I don't have any experience with what is a good track. Yeah, exactly. Um, so what needs to be done now is I need to go from here to there. Yeah, they were never meant to be easy. That's what I assume as well. So yeah. Okay. So there's one concern I have, and that's this part. I wanna smoothen it out. Um, and I don't know how to smoothen it out actually. Uh, so let's see. So let's see if okay, it's all doable. Yeah, it's in slopes, but the thing is, most slopes are too wide, and so I probably need to scale a slope to both in the y direction as well as I believe the x direction. Um, because if you only scale in the x direction, you increase the slope, and that's something that is still going to be a problem. Let's that's smooth. Let's go here. Let's right this wall so we keep most of the speed. And let's oh crap. It would it would raise the track after it though. Yeah, that's the main concern I have. So I okay, maybe I do have a solution to that. Oh crap. So um, after I go down here, I'm going to save a state. Oh, okay. So if you're too slow, you also won't make it, which is a problem at this point. So what I am going to do is I'm going to still make it a bit easier. Because in the end, I want most people to be able to finish it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slope it 10, 20 degrees is good enough. It's a skill. Yeah, it might be a skill check, but it's just that I don't know. It feels like if I just do this, it feels a bit more fair. I think. So let's check it out. You will still be able to fail it. Like I'm going to check it now. Let's see. Yeah, you're still going to make it, but you'll lose quite a bit of speed. And I'd rather have people have less speed than to not even make it. So at this point, I need to get off the wall, and then go here, turn around. So this is good. Oh, okay. So okay. I might need to add a wall there, and then I'll make it actually. Yeah. Okay. So that's and it ties back to what I was talking about earlier with creepers. the reason I really hate creepers and also only up is because of unfair mechanics. Um, sometimes you think that a certain thing is just a speed a skill check or whatever, but sometimes it just feels unfair to some people, and it might not be unfair because, in my opinion, speed checks are still valid valid checks. But in this case, it's a speed check and skill check that you can only fix um, here. If you mess up here, you wall riding isn't a must in this game. Some tracks do rely on wall riding. And in this case, it preserves more speed indeed. But most tracks can be done without wall riding, actually. Um, Wall riding is a good way to not lose too much speed, if any at all. Um, so let's check. I think I do need to remove this one and move this here and replace it with or with this one. Okay, I think yeah that's okay. This is okay. Except I need to make it one because if I don't make it one, maybe two. Yeah, two is good. Let's do medium. So the song that's playing now might sound like a kid song, and that's because it is. Uh, so in universe, oh you should go to bed, but you don't want. Well, if you need to go to bed, you should actually go to bed. It's more important to think of your own health, actually. And you can always watch the VOD later. I'll be uploading it to my um, VOD channel. You can find my VOD channel on Discord, but I'll also add a let's add a stream elements command for it. Ah, crap. Am I not? Okay, I thought so. I thought so. It's 11:40 p.m. Yeah, but it's also 11:40 p.m. for me. My plan was actually to just stream for 3 hours at max. Um, uh, that wasn't. I knew that wasn't going to happen once I decided um, to want to. I don't know. I wanted to finish this track before I headed to bed. So let's add a new command. Uh, but uh, you can find my uh, VODs on my YouTube channel as at my YouTube VODs channel, and then the HP as YouTube. So I have a regular YouTube channel, which I'm also going to make a command for. So my regular YouTube channel, which has nothing, is this one. That's my Garrick CXJ actually channel. because for some reason I couldn't use Gary CXJK because I used that for my regular channel for a while. Your channel. So let's Control V it. Activate command. Let's see if it works. So let's do VOD. No, it's not VOD, it's VOD. But that's a good point, Gary. I should make it VOD, and in the advanced settings, I need to set VOD as an alias. So now both VOD and VOD should work. So VOD is oh, um, yeah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, VOD still works. VOD with an S doesn't work, but maybe if I do VOD as a command alias and save it again. So if I do VOD, uh, what the? Okay, it doesn't. Oh, maybe because it needs time. It has timer. So if I do Discord, it showed Discord. Now if I do VOD, it should work. Then let's do Discord again, and let's do VODs with an S. So yeah, now it works. So the thing is, my channel has spam protection, which means even stream elements has to abide to these rules. Maybe if I give stream elements mod rights, it might not. Wait, maybe I can do that. Mod. Okay, I'm not going to mod stream elements because I don't want stream elements to do everything. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. So yeah, both VOD and VODs work. So let's also add one for my YouTube channel, which is Gary CXJK actually. So YouTube, watch me on YouTube. So as command alias, I have YouTube, YT, the tube, yeah. Gary's awesome YouTube channel. Enter. And let's activate the command. So if we now do Gary's awesome YouTube channel, then we have my YouTube link, which is currently empty, but there will be content eventually. Um, I also want to add an extra command. If you want to see my personal stuff, go to my personal YouTube channel. It's not really professional, but you can check me out. Okay, so and let's go back to my channel. So how does it work? So if I do this, then it should work. So activate command, and this one won't have an alias. So personal YouTube. This is my personal YouTube account. it has a mix of stuff for one of my other sites, as well as me actually singing. I'll keep using that account for personal things like singing and that sort of stuff. Oh, no problem, Renji. You really should. If you're tired or you need to go to work tomorrow, or if you just want to go to bed because you hate life, you should get some rest. Um, Not talking about from personal experiences. I really, 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 really love life. So yeah, um, yeah. Let's continue. Let's try to finish up this stretch because we're at the final stretch. All we need to do is get to this checkpoint and into that finish ish, finish ish 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 ish. Yes. So let's see. How do we go from here to here? Well, simple. We're not going to do anything special. We're just going to let you go through this checkpoint. So where are the other checkpoints? So this checkpoint's hidden. This checkpoint's hidden. Wait, where's the other checkpoint? So wait, basically every checkpoint I've gone through has been pretty much hidden. So that means that, and that's not a real problem or something, but I need to. You're 16, so maybe freaking up your sleep isn't good. Yeah, it really isn't a good idea if you're still going to school. Even if it's the weekend tomorrow, you definitely shouldn't mess up your sleep schedule. Um, Trust me, it's not okay. So I don't know if I ever did mess up my sleep schedule as a teen, but when I was older and more, oh yeah, it's summer break, right? Oh, work, yeah, work is also work can be fun. It's not always fun, but it's what you make of it. Oh yeah, oh in 2 weeks, and yeah, in that case, it's good to already have a good sleeping schedule. So yeah, um, but no problem if sleep is really important. I'd rather have people sleep well than stay and then not feel well after a while. Um, yeah, work can be fun. It's not always fun, but it can be fun. Um, I enjoy doing my work at work, but there are quite a few times when I rather just go home and sleep. Um, and that's it's better to enjoy your work than so okay. First of all, let's start off positive, but let's also be real. Work should be fun, but it isn't always fun. Not everybody has the luxury to have a job they enjoy doing. I had uh, I had luck with my current job. Um, a luck that not every person has, and I'm really grateful for it. Doesn't mean that my gratefulness is infinite. There are limits to it. Uh, but yeah, overall, um, yeah. Okay, yeah, you should definitely go to sleep now. So sleep well. Okay, so, but yes, work, in my opinion, should be fun. But uh, just because something should be fun doesn't mean it is fun. Um, I did have a job that I didn't enjoy. It was a job in retail. It was at a um, how do you call it? It's a place where you can find tools and building materials and all those things. A hardware store, I guess, but not really a hardware store. It's more akin to a do-it-yourself store, I think. Yeah, okay, it's a hardware store. Yeah. Um, it's not that the job wasn't. It wasn't that the job wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun for me. Um, First of all, hate. I really hate interacting with people, and retail, as not just an autistic person but also a introvert, isn't fun. Not for me, not for the customers, and that's why people recommend me to never ever work in retail ever again. Um, and so far, it has treated me well, not having to interact with people. Um, did I have fun? No. What did I have? A lot of splinters. Um, Splinters. If you don't know, um, they aren't fun to have. It's not like Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, it's just um, like it's the kind of splinters you can mainly remove with a knife. Yeah, it can be helpful to have worked in retail once. Um, yeah, it does make you realize that people who work in retail are still humans. So I'm always trying to be patient uh, with people who work in retail, just as they are patient with me. Like um, customers aren't easy, and that's why I try to be easy for those people working at retail. Um, but yeah, retail, not my thing. Definitely not my thing. Which isn't bad. It's just something that I okay. I'm going to remove this because this doesn't look good. But yeah, um, I I had more fun. Um, I had more fun going to. I had more fun getting my wisdom teeth removed than working at retail. I think, and that was painful. That wasn't fun at all. Um, so how do we want to finish this off? What we can do is, um, and this is going to be hard. Let's save this track. So I call it Mbop because of the song. It's a real good song. I really like the song. I don't know what the song exactly is about, but it sounds happy and upbeat. Let's see what this brings us. I should have made it a checkpoint. Um, but yeah. Oh, I have a checkpoint. That's cool. So my motto with creating tracks is pain, no please. Um, Same goes for things like NTR, no please, no NTR. Um, which is also why I refuse to watch or read the new Spider-Man run. It kind of pissed me off a bit. It's like they don't want any progress in, and from what I understand, there are many comics creators, many old comics creators don't want change. Um, that's not to say the new generation of comic creators don't have problems. They also do have problems. Um, so the main problem I have with comics creator. Okay, let's talk about Spider-Man for a bit. So Spider-Man. Um, so apparently there's this storyline with Spider-Man and MJ getting trapped in a alternate uh, world or alternate dimension, and um, after 3 years of being stuck there, they find a way back home thanks to a guy named Paul. Then so, but there's only energy or something for one person. So Spider-Man wants to, or Peter wants to send MJ through the portal, except MJ sends Peter through that portal. And so she gets stuck there for 4 years with Paul. And when Spider-Man or when Peter goes back, um, there are apparently two children she cares for, and for some reason she's happy-ish with Paul or something. I don't know. So and that's oh, what the hell? Okay, support. I might need to rethink this. Um, yeah. So long story short, um, eventually some things happen. Um, Kamala Khan gets killed in a Spider-Man comic. And that kind of made me not care for Spider-Man and Marvel at all. It's not just the cocking. I mean, the cocking was already too much. It I don't know what kind of crack they've been smoking, but the person who thought that cocking Peter Parker was a good thing needs to get fired because nobody likes to see Peter. So that's the thing. A lot of these comic writers think that Peter's defining trait is suffering. Like when Stacy dies, uh, Peter and MJ lose a child. That child being uh, Mayday Parker. Then Aunt May gets shot. Peter acts out of character and decides to strike a deal with Mephisto so that Aunt May gets brought back to life in exchange for Peter and MJ's marriage, which results into One More Day and Brand New Day. So one thing that I really liked, maybe a controversial opinion, but I don't think it's a controversial first opinion because a lot of people do like that one, is the Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man is the moment Peter Parker dies, for real, temporarily, for real. Then, so in the uh, in the events leading up to Superior Spider-Man, Doctor Octavius is dying. Um, so in a last effort to save himself, he switches his mind with that of Spider-Man or Peter Parker. And throughout the run, Peter tries his best to get back to his original body. But in the end, knowing that he can't do it, he decides to give um, Otto Octavius his memories. And at that point, Octavius basically becomes Peter Parker, but he vows to be a better Peter Parker, and that results in the superior Spider-Man. Eventually, Peter Parker gets his life back, but Otto Octavius has done too many things um, to make people be a bit distrustful towards Peter Parker. Um, and he has to convince everyone that during that time he was being possessed by Otto Octavius. Um, so that was the only thing, and of course Spider Verse, because without Spider Verse we couldn't have the Spider Verse comics. Um, but then things keep going downhill. They okay, and it's not just Spider Man. Like Civil War, the comic Civil War was notoriously bad. Um, and especially Civil War 2. Civil War 2 basically destroyed um, everything about Carol Danvers. Like, she acted so out of character that she actually became. Her actions didn't justify the means. She basically put. So Civil War 2 was about an inhuman who had precog abilities. Um, Meaning he can predict the future. So after an event which killed Rhodey and put uh, Jennifer Walters in a coma, um, uh, Carol wants to use those precognitive abilities of that Inhuman because that Inhuman actually did project that Thanos would come and kill everyone. So Carol says, if we had used those abilities, Rhodey would have still lived. Um, oh yeah, and at that time, Carol and Rhodey were in a relationship, which is cool actually. It's a good. I think it that wasn't a bad decision. Um, but the main problem comes with when Carol actually enforces her policies with using those precog abilities. So Tony Stark, who at that point had already lived through Civil War One and knew that no, the ends doesn't justify the means. Um, because in the end, everything he fought for was negated. The superhero act didn't exist anymore. Just like the Sokovia Accords were abolished in the MCU, the superhero act eventually didn't come to pass anymore. Um, so everything Steve and Tony fought for were for naught. Um, and so Tony had experience with being too controlling. Um, so naturally, he was against Carol's plans to use the precog to preemptively put criminals in jail. It's basically minority effect, right? That's what the movie was about. The movie with the precog dudes, guys who and then the main character gets framed for the murder of someone, and he ends up actually murdering that person. Uh, but yeah, um, so Tony was against it. Carol was for, and that's where the main problem starts. Carol had a point in that if you can stop a crime before it happens, if you can't stop a crime before it happens, why shouldn't you? The problem was in its execution. It completely assassinated her character, and that was such a big shame. It it really hurt the comics a lot. Um, and it didn't help that um, I don't know. A lot of things didn't help with that event because I don't know. Um, maybe it's just me, but I feel like they've done Carol Danvers dirty, and I'm not really a fan of Carol Danvers. Like um, at some point, Kamala Khan realized that maybe she wasn't on the right side, and yeah, for that she was punished for questioning uh, Carol Danvers. And sure, eventually Kamala and Carol made up, but the damage was already done. A lot of people were genuinely done with Marvel at that point, and I wouldn't blame them. It's it, and they've made strings of bad decisions. Sure, even especially after that event, but none of them were as bad as Civil War Two. Not even that New Warriors thing that eventually got canceled because of the backlash from even the LGBT community with Snowflake and Safe Space. And that genuinely was a bad idea. But again, not as bad as Civil War 2. And that brings me to Spider-Man. Spider-Man was supposed to be a hero we could identify with. Uh, it's a role that is now being fulfilled by Kamala Khan. Um, except I do feel like they are going to mess it up by making her a mutant. Not okay, not by making her a mutant, but by and that's been happening. That's already been happening. Her superhuman life took precedent over her personal life at some point, I feel like. Um, and it should have been the other way around. The thing that makes Kamala so appealing is her civilian life, her interactions with her friends, her family, um, and yeah, I do feel like the current writers are missing the mark with Kamala Khan. But aside from that, Kamala Khan is the new Peter Parker, in my opinion. Especially since they have been messing up Peter Parker. Right now, Peter Parker isn't Peter Parker. It's or Spider-Man isn't Peter and Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man now, because oh no, wait, okay. So um, the thing people liked about Peter Parker before One More Day is that the writers allowed Peter to be an adult. And okay, and okay, this isn't exactly my own opinion, but it's an opinion I agree with. Um, by doing One More Day, the writers have basically said that they don't want Peter to grow up. They don't want to be him to be an adult. And I agree with them. Peter isn't Peter isn't relatable anymore. He is, okay, maybe he's relatable to me, maybe, but that's not a good thing because I acknowledge that I have a lot of growing up to do. Um, Peter, yeah, it's how, how do I how do I respectfully say this? Um, Peter is a man child, plain and simple. He's a man child. He doesn't grow up. Um, and okay, my yeah, it's hard to actually explain it. It's like they can't write Peter as a married man, which is okay as long as they acknowledge it. But nobody wants to acknowledge that they are pretty bad writers. Nobody wants to admit that no, they don't know how to write Peter Parker. They don't know how to write Spider-Man. I am a subpar writer, admittedly. The only thing I can consistently write is adult fiction, and even that isn't great. Um, but it's not as bad as Spider-Man. If I try to write a um, if I try to write a fan fiction, and that's why I don't often write fan fiction. I try to write them in character. Um, Peter Parker has been written as a bad fan fiction, like the kind you read on Archive of Our Own, um, and not to bash on Archive of Our Own because they have some pretty good stuff on there. Pretty good stuff. I mean, not bad, good stuff. Um, but they also have bad stuff. That's okay. That's okay. Not everyone. Not everything needs to be a masterpiece. there can be a few stinkers. I mean, I've written a few, so yeah. Um, Stinkers, that means. But when you're writing something professionally, like Spider-Man, you do need to keep everything at least somewhat consistent with the lore. And that's the main criticism of the current Spider-Man run. Um, they didn't expect they didn't respect. Okay, maybe they respected the lore a bit, but they didn't respect Peter Parker. They didn't respect Mary Jane. If if people collectively are hating Mary Jane, regardless of whether that was your intention or not, it's a really bad thing because um, Mary Jane isn't supposed to be unlikable. You may not like her, but that's different from making her unlikable. That's really out of character. She has always been Peter's rock. Um, Despite knowing that she would always be second fiddle uh, to Gwen Stacy, she always had to live in her shadows. Um, so yeah, to just do this with do Mary Jane dirty, that's just bad. I don't know. I don't feel like reading Marvel comics anymore. It's been a mess for a while. Um, there are some changes that I really like. For example, making the Wolverine Cyclops gene dynamic a polycule instead of a love triangle. Um, because why fight over one woman when you can both share that love? Um, Bonus points if Logan and Scott also do things together, which did have, which was implied by the way. So yeah, that's cool. Um, but yeah, it's, I feel like Marvel doesn't know anymore how to write comics, and the same could be said about DC. I don't know because I am not a fan of DC comics, but I do know that or I what I did hear was that they did try to undo every progress Clark Kent has made with Lois. I'm not sure, but if that's the case, because in the comics he had a child with Lois called Jonathan, who also has superpowers. But um, yeah, it would be a shame if they didn't allow their characters to grow. Like, okay, so there was an event where uh, Bruce Wayne was Bruce Wayne was about to get married to Selena Kyle. Selena Kyle being a Catwoman, which actually sounds like a good idea. In my opinion, it was a great idea to actually have Bruce Wayne tied down to a woman. Except the wedding never went through because, well, and this wasn't exactly out of character for Selena. Selena just said, I don't know why she called off the wedding, but she called off the wedding, which left Bruce Wayne heartbroken because um, Selena Kyle was the first woman um, he was willing to open up for and open up to. It, and we all know how hard Bruce Wayne can be. Um, so yeah, that's basically my gripe with Spider-Man, with the Spider-Man comic one. Um, that's it. I think it's a real shame uh, that everything Marvel does right now, um, and even the MCU isn't immune anymore. From what I heard, I haven't seen Quantumania. I did see almost every MCU Disney Plus series. Okay, so to start, I really like Miss Marvel. My only complaint is that they could have done without forced antagonists. They could have done with just one-off antagonists and written it as an actual TV show because Miss Marvel works better as a teen drama rather than a superhero story. Which brings me to She-Hulk. I liked She-Hulk up until the last episode. Why? There was nothing wrong with the story, in my opinion. But um, there was everything wrong with the execution uh, of the fourth wall break. It it was too long. It took too long. The story it didn't do the story any justice. Um, yes, it was a Deus Ex Machina technically, which I didn't have a problem with, but they could have spent more time in showing the revised script rather than just do that whole thing with uh, talking to Kevin and beating up all those guards in the first place. That segment was too long. They could have just gone with She-Hulk steps into the Marvel studios. She goes to the writer's room. She asks, uh, "Where's the boss?" They point her to the boss, and it cuts to Kevin. It's more than enough. We didn't need a fight scene to get to Kevin. It really took me out of the story, and by that point I was confused what the story was about. Even it's a classic. It's a classic example of why show don't tell works because they told us too much without showing us anything. Um, sure, they summarized what the changes were in a few words, but they didn't show us. I don't know. It's the last episode was just a small, major disappointment. Didn't bring it down to anything lower than a 7, in my opinion. It was still decent, but the ending was just not fun. And here's the thing: people expected it to be more action. She-Hulk, sure, She-Hulk is as a comic is action oriented, but they deliberately wanted a legal comedy, which they also failed in because Ally McBeal was still a better uh, show comedy drama about well, yeah, it was a better legal drama. Um, but yeah, it wasn't bad. I can see why some people think it's bad, or not every one of them. Some people like it wasn't great. Let's just keep it at that. Secret Invasion, I can understand the criticism, why people hated it. I I just thought it was really mid. It wasn't. It didn't feel like Secret Invasion. I never read the comics themselves, but I do know that at no point did I feel suspense, and you'd expect that from something like Secret Invasion. Suspense, the thrill of not knowing. So, yeah, that's. But yeah, that's that's a sentiment a lot of people have. But Secret Invasion could have been a lot more. But yeah, let's okay. So let's take a look at this track. So we've made the basic layout, and it's fairly solid. It's not the best, but with some decoing, it can be a lot better. And I don't need to deco everything. I just need to repaint some things like if I repaint this, already looks a bit better. Um, I do need to finish this part up. It's not going to be a problem, really. Um, okay, well, how did I solve it here? It was just that. So I need to copy this. Control D. Yeah. So if I do this, if I add something on top of it, and then oh wait, maybe if I just Control C, Control V, let's do 2, 3, Control D, medium. So now the checkpoint has been hidden. Yeah, so this is good. Let's save it. So what's going to happen now? Right now I'm going to end the stream. It's already a bit late, and I do need first of all I need to catch up on some sleep, but we know that's not going to happen. Um, so let's quit to main menu. Tomorrow I'm going to see if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'll be um my vacation starts right now, so for a whole week there's not going to be any problems with me streaming during the day, but that does mean that during the night I won't be streaming, or at most until 9 o'clock again. Um, and I might not be able to stream every day. I also will try to keep the screen time low because streaming takes, of course, takes energy and also time. And I do also want to work on some personal stuff. For example, my YouTube channel. Like, okay, so if we go to, if you use exclamation mark uh, YouTube or YT, YouTube Y as in the letter Y and T as the letter T, then you can actually find my YouTube channel. Right now it's really empty. so I need to fill it up with content. I doubt I will ever be able to monetize my YouTube channel because I don't intend to regularly upload some things on my YouTube channel. Let's go to the webcam screen because let's close this up and let's Alt F4. Did I Alt F4 the right thing? Yeah, I did. So I didn't accidentally Alt F4 OBS. That would have sucked. So for the upcoming few days, my yeah, it would suck if I Alt F4 OBS before I've because I still want to send you guys to over to another streamer who's having a subathon, Mutz. But I think I first want to do some closing stuff. Um, so the tomorrow or maybe the day after that, I might do another a final stream for MMM where I'll try to finish up my MMM track. It's basically done. It just needs deco. Um, I do okay. That maybe I should have shown you guys that, but I do want to finish up another deco item, which is that and that originally I wanted to name my stage Monkey or Bear, um, but I decided to go with Mbop and just go with a more traditional racetrack. So Monkey or Bear refers to a, 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 a plush toy I have, a really old toy, which I made a deco for. Um, and I wanted to finish that up, give it a body, and yeah, basically uh, make it posable and such. So that's also going to happen. Maybe not in the coming streams, but in the future. Maybe I'll do it for my second MMM track. But my first MMM tracks first needs to be completed. So yeah. Um, so what I'm so I'll be giving a shout out to I don't know if they're online at the moment. I don't think so because they are also in the same timeline as me. Uh, I need to also find out what their um, YouTube channel is, of our Twitch channel is. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm going to shout out Mao. So Mao organizes MMM or monthly mapping madness. Um, if you have a Zeepkist and you want to try your hand at creating stages or tracks, then and you want to do have a challenge, you can join their Discord channel. I can try to look up. I'm not going to link it directly, but I believe it's in their info. Um, yeah, it's in their info. You can click on their uh, Discord server, join it, and then you can find um, their map, their layout, map layout. So MMM basically is you have a start, a finish, and a few checkpoints. You can't move the start, finish, or checkpoints. You can alter them. You can repaint them. That's the only thing that's allowed. But for the rest, you're not allowed to change any other settings of them. Um, and you have to build a track around these parts. Um, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty challenging. Um, so if you're up to, you can just try it out yourself. If you have Zeepkist, if you don't have Zeepkist, yeah, then it's not possible, but doesn't matter as much. Um, so let me rate someone. Um, we're going to rate Mats. Mats is playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Uh, um, he's also having a subathon. Okay, so I generally try to keep my Twitch channel moderately family friendly, PG-13, which means minor swearing, but I like to keep swearing at the minimum, mostly because I also uh, visit Twitch channels that are fully child friendly or family friendly. Um, so I need to keep myself in that same space. I do sometimes slip up. That's not that's not bad per se, but yeah. Um, but yeah, Mutz is more for a more mature audience. So yeah, he's having a subathon right now. I believe he's at day 9 with 194 hours left, and it keeps getting going up. So yeah, let's go to Mutz. Let's also go to the ending screen because I want to show off my transitions. So take a look. Take a good look. Freaking cool, right? It's really cool, um, and also you don't have to leave a tip, but if you want to leave a tip, it goes into saving up for an Elgato Stream Deck. And if I also reach my goal, I'll be getting myself dog ears and paws, and I'll be using them during the stream as well as use them for special donation goal tip amounts. So I might get them before reaching the goal, but it's a nice incentive to actually tip, yeah, to leave a tip. But you don't have to. It's all up to you. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my stream. I'll see you again soon, and until next time.